We live. People deluded. I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. I hope everyone better yet is doing well and safe. I hope you're doing well and safe on this Friday morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night, of course. I hope you're doing well and safe, as I said. I hope you've all had a week to remember. I hope, first and foremost, you've all moved that much closer to your goals, dreams, hopes, and aspirations, wherever you guys are at in terms of stages of life. I hope you've all had a great week. If you haven't, then we're stronger than our situations. We all go again next week. It's as simple as that. But as I said, I hope you're doing well and safe. A man said, DG always late in the morning. Might have to drop him to the bench on a Bamian vibe. Broski, man, I'm late but great, like someone said, man. I'm a minute late. Allow me, man. Allow me. I was actually, you know what? Let me share my screen. You know, I have the best of intentions. Sometimes I'm late because it's my fault, but sometimes I'm late. We'll get into it because I'm trying to find stories for you guys, people. You know, it is a bit of a struggle sometimes to, you lot want these live streams every day. Sometimes when I have to really do something, but I appreciate it. I'm late, man. I'm late. Allow me. I'll pay my subs, man. How much is the fine? £3. That used to be at my old team. I don't know for any fines you lot on. You're on some superstar thing. Shout out to the members. Damn, Bryce, man. I felt that. Man said, always late. I felt that. Apologies, my guy. I mean, to be fair to you, in my defense, I'd normally give you, but look how much content I give you. You lot can allow me, man. Everyone's got weaknesses, man. You know, I just need to get on time. You lot might have to employ some people to either wake me up or make me do things quicker or just manage my time better, really and truly. Unfortunately, I'm sorry for being late. But as I said, I hope everyone's well and safe, you know, good icebreaker and that. Please make sure you're subscribed on Twitch because after this, a 5 p.m. business, it is a Q&A. It's a Q&A affair on Twitch. Please get your questions and all of those things prepared for Twitch. I need all of those. Make sure you're subbing. If you're on Amazon Prime, make sure you're subbing and things like that. Now, admittedly, there isn't an amazing amount of things to go on. I'm kind of hoping midway through this, you lot tell me there's some other news. You know, obviously, in the last week, Smith Rowe signed a new deal and things like that, and it's all going great. And I mean, for me, Daniel Ek, I should really make a separate video on this. But for me, Daniel Ek, if you really want to buy this club, surely you come and buy it now because fans, I'm not going to say fans are happy because there's 3 weeks, until the season starts. We haven't really got anyone off the wage books in significance. We haven't brought in any players of significance. Yes, Ben White looks like he's getting over the line. We're completing the £50 million deal. I'm very excited about Lokonga personally. But yeah, man, in relation to these Maddisons, these Hours, these Ruben Neveses, these sort of things, there's still a lot of question marks. And arguably, for me, what's worrying me is 3 weeks until the season starts is we don't really know what going for the spine of this football club because we'll get onto it. On paper, Xhaka is still part of this team. So until Xhaka leaves, you're not going to see a significant number 8 or midfield man whether it's Neves or Aouar arrive, right? You know, I like Chambers. I think Chambers can do a job. I have hope that Maitland-Niles accepts being a fullback. But over a 38-game period, do I trust either one of them wholeheartedly through no fault of their own? Probably not. I would like another right back. Ben White's going to be done, but centre-half still on paper is not done. Same way we probably will bring in a midfield and Xhaka will go to Roma. Also, on top of that, we're 3 weeks until the season starts. I don't know when Leno is scheduled to rejoin the team, and we don't know the truth. You know, there's several things he wants to go, he wants to stay, but I'm just looking at it. You've got a player who's, you know, if we're trying to rebuild our defense and whatnot, you need your goalie, and I don't know what's going on there. So these sort of things do scare me. At the end of the day, you know, we're a long way until the window closes. I don't expect us to make all the incomings we need to make and all the exits we need to make. Same way you look around this 25-man odd squad, we didn't get here overnight. We didn't buy all these players in one window. It was, with the exception of a few, it was numerous bad practices at this club. So we're not going to get rid of all of these players that need to go and people that need to come in. But I would like to see significant progress made just to see that there's a base, a foundation to work with people. So there's still a lot to be said in relation to the transfer market, in my opinion. I do think I'm wary of the language I'm using. I'm not sure if surprise is the right way to use it, but I do think Arsenal might pull a rabbit out the hat, or we might attempt to. Again, you know, that might just be going for Maddison, knowing we can't get him, and, you know, bidding for Locatelli, knowing his heart set on Juventus. But I do think there's something that could happen in that regards. And, you know, you never know. Such as this club, it wouldn't surprise me if somehow we brought in a striker, really and truly. With I'm not saying we don't need a striker, but there's clearly other areas of this squad to address which are of more immediate concern. Please make sure you're hitting the like button early doors. 3 weeks until the season starts. Still major work to be done. Sorry, folks. I just thought that was a good timestamp to start us up. Big up yourself, JTT. I appreciate that. Sharif, I appreciate you. Winchmore Warriors and them things there. Peter has said, hit the like button early. Can't let the Twitch gang do us dirty like yesterday. I can't lie to you lot. Shout out to YouTube. It's the foundation, but the Twitch gang's my new favorite, cause them man there, they're never trolling. You ask Twitch gang to do something, they do it. Like big up P Mav as well, big up him, he's locked in as well. You know, Twitch gang, they do their job really and truly. I've got a lot of time for Twitch gang, man. They're overtaking you lot really and truly. And as I said, there's a lot of Twitch stuff to come from me. Again, you know, like again, I don't want to spoil it, but you know, there's a lot of interactive things that we can do, and it's so simple. Like Twitch, just from me, you know what? The whole emphasis on me doing this Twitch thing has just been because I've weighed up the pros and cons of YouTube, conceded you need both, and I've looked at it. It's like there's a lot more interactive in live real-time streaming business we can do on Twitch with each other beyond obviously streaming Football Manager. I am aiming to do that this week. It's just, yeah, man, it is one of them things. There's a lot of things we could do, and there's a lot of things I want to do with you guys and carry on. Obviously, we're still going to do both, but why not, man? Why not make it more interactive and have different, you know, things up the Arsenal as well, people? You know, up my Arsenal. Again, that sounds funny as hell, but you get it, you know, up my sleeve, let's say that, because I don't really agree with that one there, but big up DG, appreciate you, Manny. Jaden, very angry man. I hope you're very happy, man, to be locked in, my guy. You know, what's up, DG? CS, I'm there. I'm decent, man. I'm very decent. Jay, I'm well. I hope everybody and everybody's loved ones listening to this, including yourself, I hope everyone's doing well and safe. Like I said, first things first, wishing you great health, because if we ain't got health, it doesn't matter how much money you have, how much goals you've got, what you're going to do. Health is wealth. You don't have health, you're going to dead, innit? So first and foremost, hopefully you have health. Everybody locked in, everyone who's hit the like button already, wishing you good health, wishing you peace and abundance, wishing that all your goals are attained. And you know, I hope you lot get a lot of money and finances as well, man, and financial freedom. If you haven't hit the like button, I hope you go broke. I cannot lie to you lot, people. So yeah, what else are you lot saying before we get into it, man? I always like to see what you lot are saying, and this is one of the reasons I like to do this live stuff, man, because everyone's there. You see, heartwarming things like this, favorite part of the day. I appreciate that. Big up Carl as well. Hey, Carl, I'm still on to you about Smith Rowe signing a new deal, Carl. You know, I'm still at you. You lot got Buendia. We kept it. It's 1-1. You know, it's 1-1 right now. Sun's out, guns out, DG. Now, no guns today still, man. You lot were on to me yesterday. Appreciate you, Khalid. A man said, big up, DG. No problem being late, bro. I'm 3 minutes late. All right, late. This is great. This big up the Twitch gang, as you said. Shout to Peter using both. Work rate on beast mode, DG, my brother. I mean, you've got to be consistent to get anywhere in life. Great show with Curtis yesterday, DG. Great show with Curtis yesterday. I appreciate that. Shout out my guy, Curtis. Sure, make sure you're subscribed to him and you're doing up his business. He's ever so close to 30K. So, you know, if you like me, you like him, in it. So go and sub to him. I can't imagine none of you don't know about him, because he's, you know, he hangs around on my channel like a bad smell, and me the same on his. You know, we're always doing content. So, but if you don't, go and support his thing. I want to see him get 30,000 subscribers and beyond that, man, because there's not a lot of genuine people in this space. So when there is some, I love it. A man said, been sub since before 10K. This is my first live. Walter, I appreciate that. Better late than never, innit? The hour deal is taking its time. Josh, you know them ones there, yeah? I'm not saying Arsenal are going to buy him, but something makes me feel, when something looks so obvious, 25 million quid, you know, seeing him bad up City, seeing him linked with City, Juventus, Liverpool now, Arsenal. When something seems not obvious and they're not doing it, when I look at the fact that we're still in July, is there more to come? Is there certain bits of information we don't know in relation to that deal? Is there something that concerns clubs for backing off and stuff? Have teams got other targets, you know? Is there something we don't know? Is it a game of chess? Are we waiting for the market to develop, or are we playing a game of chess and waiting for the market, you know, to get into August and mid-August and things like that? Is there something with our? Is there offers on the table? Is there just indirect and informal comments? We'll never know, Josh. There's a lot of to-in and throw-in, but for us fans, you know, it is bewildering. The man's there, 25 million euros. You get him in early. You've got your guy. You've got a guy that another signing that you can work with in pre-season, and that's one thing I like about the club. We've got Saliba out early, so he can go and play football elsewhere, you know, and we've brought in a couple of players, not the significant ones, because still you do not have that centre half, even though Ben White's arriving allegedly. You still haven't got that centre mid. You still haven't got the right back, so the spine of the team isn't really there per se, and there's only so much building of foundation foundations you can do without having a proper spine. Because again, it's all fun and games working with, let's just say, Arthur Okonkwo because he's there at the moment, and Callum Chambers at right back and whoever in midfield. But then the new guys are going to come in and need to adapt. So and our preseason again, we all knew you're never going to have the perfect preseason, but it's been disrupted more. So the quicker we can bring people in, I think it will be better for us because we can adapt. You know, Thomas Partey, how better could he have been if we brought him in at the start of the window, just bit the bullet, paid the release clause rather than pussyfooting around? But that's without knowing all the variables. There's a lot of things to obviously consider. But you're a smart lad, man. You get where I'm going with that, man. You get where I'm going with that. You know, I think we can edit that to around 10 minutes. Really, that could be the first timestamp. You know, 2 in 1. Love to you lot, man. You lot are just making the content, man. I appreciate that. That's going to get clipped up and put on the YouTube. There's no way we are signing Maddison now that Smith Rowe has the 10. I don't think we're signing Maddison because we can't afford it, really, when we get down to it. But I don't think it will come down to the number. Really and truly, I know every Maverick player and good players, they all want numbers and things, but there's still an 8 and 11 available. Even if there was number 52 available, we could still sign him, man. Because for me, what I'm starting to think with Maddison now is, you know, if City don't get Grealish, I'm just wondering how long before it flips and you see, all right, cool, they're leaving Grealish alone, if they was leaving him alone, and now they turn to Maddison, who, if he's open to joining Arsenal, you sure as hell got to be open to joining Man City. It don't make sense if you don't. Is the Ek takeover thing legit? It's gone very quiet. Makes me think it was a bit of clever marketing from Spotify. Daniel Ek, where are you? Sorry, my dude. I think this would just make a very good timestamp. My relation to Daniel Ek, I'll give him the luxuries, Carl. Like I said at the time when I did videos about it, and you was in the live stream, I appreciate it. So you know where I'm coming from. We know getting this Arsenal club, buying Arsenal is going to be difficult. Kroenke don't want to sell. You know, he's a money man. He don't want to sell. Clearly, Arsenal is more valuable to him as part of his asset class than selling it. For whatever reason, whether he's using it to leverage, starting up other projects in other sports, whether he's using it, you know, as simply a meeting hub. Because if I'm him and I'm trying to drum up new business in whatever industry, I might have meetings at the Emirates, call people around and all them sort of things, just corporate reasons. There's a bunch of reasons Kroenke don't want to sell the team. And obviously, when you look at what he's done at Arsenal from a business point of view, you know, it is a good investment. It's been a good investment to him. He's probably the only person that's been happy at Arsenal since he's taken over. And fundamentally, the Kroenkes are difficult negotiators, and it's going to be difficult. So we knew it was going to take time, maybe even years. I do think it could be clever marketing. Like you said, it could have been capping, because all of a sudden, Henry went to Belgium to do his little thing for the Euros. Vieira, he was talking about moving upstairs, but he's moved to Palace. No clue how long that's going to last. I don't know what Bergkamp is doing, but he's gone away. Suddenly, it seems like this fallacy is gone. So I do think it's a game of chess and not checkers, and it would take a lot of time. And I would have liked to have seen Daniel Ek kept his foot on the gas now, because obviously when Arsenal, not that Arsenal's in a healthier state, but right now it's not that anyone ain't got anything to complain about. It's just, it's kind of cool right now. The new shirts are coming out. There's signings happening. Ben White, 50 mil, link with Maddison, this, that, and the third. It's not really, fans aren't disgruntled per se, more so than they already are. Now, versus obviously when the Super League was coming out, when we was playing poor, when there was other things to speak about. He was more at the forte. So I would have thought he would have hung around like a bad smell, because I do think he was very clever in the time he made his interests aware and the little tweets he was doing. I would have thought he would have been doing that now, because, you know, it's by Arsenal's situation in the last few months, this is probably the most positive period. I wanted to see that same energy. So I think it's difficult. I think it's a game of chess. Like we said at the time, he can love Arsenal as much as he wants, be an Arsenal fan, all the things he said, yeah, have all these plans. But at the end of the day, you know, you might have to look at this from a business. At what price does he concede Arsenal is too expensive? Because Kroenke has to be given an offer that is out of this world. The man has shown that he won't sell. So you've probably got to offer more than Arsenal's worth. And whoever becomes the new owner, let's be real, Arsenal's going to be a losing game, because you're probably going to put a lot of money in and not see a lot out. And it's a case of, as I said, building blocks, you know, getting everyone singing from the same hymn sheet. In short, what Arsenal fans would like is that everyone reflects this club. The playing staff is one thing, but the playing staff don't select themselves. It's the people at the top. And you don't always get the idea that these lot are being held accountable or doing competent things. So to change this club in our image, that's what we want. That would actually take time. He's got to put money on the table. So I don't know. Maybe it's part of his plan. He's just waiting and whatnot. Maybe he's got other things going on in his personal life. But I do agree, it does look like clever marketing, and it looks like it's gone away. You know, as I said, I would have thought, without knowing everything, this is the best time because Arsenal are being linked with Maddison, all these things. Arsenal are quite positive, you know. He was smart to do it when there was protests and this and that and disgruntlement. You know, you heard the Kroenkes don't want to sell. They've come out with their same rhetoric, how they want to help us, they want to have a good window and all of these things. I would have thought he kept the pressure on. Like I said, I wanted him to hang around like a bad smell. I didn't want to see every couple of months he's in there and not, you know, part of me wants to believe he'll be back because, as I said, it would probably take years to buy Arsenal. But on the other hand, like you said there, it could just be marketing and nothing more. So we'll have to see, man. You know, you could probably imagine we'll leave him alone for a couple of months. When Arsenal inevitably fail or we fail to hit our targets, then the talk will revise. Because I would have thought you, but at the same time, you run the risk of annoying the Kroenkes even more if you do this at this time when they're trying to rebuild relations. Allegedly, you're seeing, you know, we're appointing a fan committee, not to the board, but to have some sort of part in the meetings and all of those sort of things, man. But yeah, man, where are you, Daniel Ek, man? You know, where are you? We need that, you know. Come on. Yeah, man. It's a very good, very good way of phasing it, man. Man said Aaron Ramsdale in. At this point, I don't even mind, man. How far are we with Maddison? And do you think after giving Smith Rowe the 10, we're buying another creative midfielder? But I'm going to give my stand. We can't go anywhere with the young boy. That's a bit harsh. We can get a lot of places with Smith Rowe, but he can't do it alone. He needs to be given scope that to grow. You know, I do think too many times, especially with Xhaka and Smith Rowe, our results are correlated to if they have good or bad games. Now, they're consistent, but it's not healthy. So on one hand, I would think that means we're getting more of an 8 and less of a traditional 10 that will be Smith Rowe. But on the other hand, I don't think it means much because at the same time, this is Arsenal Football Club. Competition is key. Exactly. I don't see no centre mid, cams or right back. AM, shout to you. So it's a bit gazy. Shout to all the members. And like you said, big up the nation each and every time. Run up the likes. And as you see me put in there, please make sure you're subscribed on Twitch. I don't want none of you to miss out at 5 p.m. Nicholas, I hope you're well and safe. Hey, Twitch gang, I love it. You lot out in your numbers. I personally reckon with no Europe and good additions to the starting 11, Arsenal will finish above Leicester this season. So Maddison should consider that as well. Maddison's got a lot to consider. There's a lot of reasons to sign for Arsenal. There's a lot of reasons to not sign for Arsenal, you know. Again, you know, like we've spoken about, we've got to remember this is a World Cup year as well. There's something to be said in taking a risk and moving club. There's something to be said in terms of stability, in my opinion. I don't know if James Maddison's coming to Arsenal. We'll get onto that. In fact, let's you know what, we might as well just kill that bird with a stone really quickly, if that makes sense. James Maddison latest. Apologies for that, folks. Let's get into it again. Keep your questions, opinions, all of those sort of things coming. Shout to my Australians locked in. I appreciate you, Zay, and hi right back at you. And again, I appreciate you, New Zealanders and Australians, because and Indonesia and them sort of countries there, because it must be stupid o'clock. Same way in America, like my guy CS, he's probably running and jogging again at stupid o'clock in the morning. And if I haven't said your country, don't feel any sort of way, people. I appreciate all of it. But if we look at James Maddison, as I said, there's numerous reasons to want to sign for the club and numerous reasons to not sign for the club. I do think it's more, you know, I don't think we're going to get him, as I've said, but I do think there's more of a chance than I've given thought to it and things like that, people. But yeah, let me share the report. 251 of you locked in. Please make sure you've hit that like button and you're subscribed on Twitch. Check out the pin message if I have actually pinned it. This was yesterday. I actually didn't speak about it, but James Maddison coming around to Arsenal's transfer as Edu closes in on Leicester deal. Arsenal have reportedly switched all their focus towards signing James Maddison this summer, and the midfielder is reportedly keen on a move to the Emirates Stadium. We know Arsenal have made some additions and Ben White's to join. Now, what scares me is because this is Arsenal's transfer stories all over. We're linked with a bunch of creative man, you know. We've, as stupid as it is, we've been linked with Grealish, been linked with Maddison, been linked with Aouar, been linked with Odegaard, been linked with Buendia. And it's a lot. It starts off with a bunch of names, right? And then the names start getting whittled down. Like you've seen, Odegaard's our number one target. We're only going for him, you know, to the point where they make fans believe that is the only target. The same with Buendia. You start hearing, oh, we know this guy's agent because he got the same player. Edu's done this, Edu's done that. Then ultimately the move just doesn't happen. So I'm wary of the language around when it comes to our main target. And for me, at the end of the day, nobody wants to sell good players on the cheap. No one wants to sell good players full stop. No one wants to sell good players on the cheap. Maddison is 24. He's on the cusp of first team football in relation to England. You know, he's flirting with it. He's going to get better. You know, Leicester recognize that. So if you want them to, you know, I'm sure Leicester every player's got a price because Leicester sell players, you know, they've sold Kante, like Curtis said yesterday, Kante, Mahrez, Maguire, a couple more have probably left, and it doesn't look like anything. So I'm sure they've got a replacement for Maddison. I'm sure they've got things that they want to do. But you have to put money. You know, they're probably trying to third time lucky get Champions League football after bottling it. But they're in Europe, you know, they finished ahead of us. So there's every reason. Brendan Rodgers versus Arteta, I think Rodgers would improve me more at this moment in time. So there's reasons to stay at Leicester. There's obviously reasons to take the risk. You hear he hasn't got the best of relations. You know, Arsenal still has that previous clout, the London factor. Arteta has been able to convince some players to sign for this club and convince Tierney and Aubameyang to stay. So there's something there. Maddison, hopefully he's got a good relationship with Xhaka and things like that, so that could be done. But at the end of the day, it comes down to if you're going to put the money on the table. And for me, the longer it happens, it goes on, the more Leicester should play hardball, because then Leicester might struggle to get a replacement. It's a merry-go-round. The more you delay with this, Leicester are going to have to find a replacement. And the clubs that Leicester are trying to buy these quote-unquote replacements or have options for, they're going to go, hang on a minute, we know you lot are desperate because you just signed someone. The time is running out. I know his asking price was 20 million, just an example. I'm saying 30 now. If you don't want to pay that extra 10, I'm sure you've got other targets safe. Goodbye. Go and do that. So I would love Maddison. You know, my imagination is aroused by this guy being our 11 or 8, you know, numbers, you know, playing with Smith Rowe, playing instead of Smith Rowe. You know, from one thing I like about him, he's got the 3 C's, as I keep saying: competence, consistency, and confidence. The main one for me is confidence, you know, because at Arsenal, you need to have confidence. It's easy to have confidence when all the fans are on you. But when you try that pass, it doesn't work and it leads to an opposition goal. Can you try that again? Have you got the bravery to do that again? You know, it's easy to do things when things are going right. When the backs are against the wall, when the whole world has turned against you, apart from your 11, your teammates, the other 10 comrades that start in the game or whatever with you, you need that confidence. And I feel Maddison has that when things are going wrong. I think he's got that Jack the lad about him. He's got that X factor. He's got that positive chip on his shoulder. It's a shame that not everyone is afforded that same luxury in terms of terminology, because they could say attitude issues, but I like it with him because I've been seeing people at Arsenal, 300 of you locked in, hit the like button. I've been seeing players that are good technically, but the minute something goes wrong, man are shook and they won't try that again. He's got that competency. Again, if you're a creative man, can you do creative things consistently? He can do that, and he's competent. He can obviously play that role. We always find man that are 2 of the 3. You know, we've got players that are confident, they're not consistent, or they're not competent. Certain men are competent, but they haven't got the other 2. We always get 2 of the 3 or 1 of the 3, and I'm sure some of you are thinking about them players. Only a few for me hit all 3 C's. That is typically Partey, you know, Tierney, you know, Xhaka, Smith Rowe. People are the same. You know, the players that we actually like at this football club and rate, and I think everyone would unanimously, if they took over, would use them to some degree in their squad. So that is what's needed. White's imminent arrival would take Arsenal spending close to 70 million for the summer, but it is not expected to finish there with a creative midfielder top of their list. We know Locatelli's been linked. Allow me, man. I would love Locatelli, but the man don't want to come here. He's got his heart set on Juventus. It is what it is, people. Juventus would like to sign Locatelli, and Arsenal have already offered 40 million euros. I ain't got time for it, so I'm not going to continue with it, people. When you look at it, this is what I was going to bring up as well, people. Apparently, transfer insider Peter O'Rourke, forgive me for mispronunciation, he states that the Gunners are looking to potentially include at least one player in the deal to help the cost. And I don't really, listen, if I'm Leicester, I wouldn't entertain it. You want my guy, pay proper money, because I wouldn't be trying to entertain. Well, again, there is legit reasons to take I'd offer Joe Willock, but offer a Maitland-Niles, you know, for Arsenal, that could knock 20 million off the price tag. But I'd say to Leicester, if I'm Leicester, I'd say to them, hold on a minute, he's not worth 50. He's not worth 20. He went to West Brom, he never done that in. I rate him at 10, 15. And arguably, I'd want us to just more pay P's, because I'd think it'd be more worth it selling Maitland-Niles outright than using him in a swap deal and things like that. So who knows? We know he signed a new deal last summer, which makes it tricky as well, because again, he's there. It seems Arsenal are ready to offer a couple of fringe players as well as a substantial fee. I do think this is one of the signings in a logical world. Maybe, you sign a right back, you sign a centre mid, you more pure centre mid, you sign a centre half, you do the bulk of our business. And then when we've done the bulk of our business in terms of additions, and we've sold a couple people, assuming Maitland, Xhaka, all of these guys are going to go and whatnot, then I think we might dedicate what's left of our summer to do this. But reality is there's 3 weeks left. There's 3 weeks left. The longer you leave this, the more complicated it gets for everybody. So I would love Maddison, but it comes down to, are you prepared to put the money on the table? And there's every reason to suggest it. But with Arsenal, you never quite know our financial structure. 1 minute we're broke, then there's money, then there's not, and things like that. But where is it, man? There was a next sort of thing I wanted to speak about. Yeah, here it is. Again, shout out to TFT Terrace and Sports O'Rook, but Peter O'Rook. He said, I think they're getting encouraging signs that something could be done with James Maddison. I think Maddison is coming around to the idea of moving from Leicester to Arsenal. Real encouraging signs there. And I mean, I've heard this with we've been a club where Griezmann was taking off his knickers to sign for Arsenal, really and truly, and then we messed it about. So, I don't doubt for a second Maddison and his advisors are open to it. Playing for Arsenal, even though Arsenal's not the club we should be, it sounds better. Arsenal and England international, or Arsenal this and that, then Leicester. So there's a clout, there's a branding sort of way. The previous Arsenal prestige, he's 24, he's 2 years younger than me, so he can remember when Arsenal were actually good and that. So there's that. But we've seen this before, and he'll obviously earn more wages here. And he might just want a new experience, because forgive me if I'm wrong, is he not a Midlands lad? Like, forgive me if I'm wrong, he's played for Coventry, that's Midlands area. He's gone to Leicester. Maybe he wants to try up something. And there is an element of big club bias. I do think you can get called up via playing for anyone via Southgate, but there is a bit of a big club bias. Coming to us might boost his England chances, rightly or wrongly. But you've seen this before. He can be as enticed to sign as he wants. I don't think personal terms would be an issue. Arsenal could want him, but again, you've got to put the money on the table. And I guess it's how it's structured, because once again, if I'm Leicester, I'm not hearing Arsenal are broke, because you're trying to buy Ramsdale for 30 million, you spent Ben Whitepeas or 50 mil, and then clearly you structured it how Brighton wanted it. You did try for Buendia, so you are really on buying Premier League players. So there's an English tax that you have to pay. So it comes down to the fee. It comes down to how you probably have to pay more than potentially Maddison's worth, whoever will be worth, and weigh up the pros and cons and say, listen, marketability. The more he keeps developing, the more brand deals he and Arsenal can get. Obviously, from a sporting point of view, he improves our side, and he's 24. He's got development to be done there. He's 24 years of age. In the next 2 years, he's coming into his peak. He's coming into his own. So it would be a very good signing and stuff. But I can't see it happening, because it comes down to the peas. You put the peas on the table, things can be done, but we'll have to see what happens. But that's the latest where James Maddison is concerned, folks. So maybe it could happen. Maybe it can. Maybe it won't. I don't know, people. We'll get on to Xhaka in a sec, but I'm just keen to see what you lot are saying. Please make sure you're hitting that like button. Where are we at currently in terms of likes? Let me see. Well, I'm a shout out to the Twitch gang as well. Where are we? We're at 128 people. We can boost that up, man. There's 300 of you locked in. Twitch gang have some opinions. Well, let me scroll down on the StreamYard, see if it comes up. Is Maddison coming to Arsenal? Just spoke about that, man. I'm not sure at all, man. Peter, I know it's you, but I just feel it's fun to say it's two different, man. Shout out to you. Will Jones, appreciate you, man. I'm good as well. And on behalf of everyone, I hope you're good. I hope everyone's loved ones are doing even better as well. So, yeah, man, with you lot, it's always a good day. And this week, as I keep saying, it's been fantastic. You lot have been boosting the YouTube algorithm, and, the numbers are getting out there. We're doing what we can. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I'm not just saying that for lip service. I'm not just saying hit the like button and do these things for the sake of it. The community really does grow the thing, and it will continue to grow the thing. So if you've done that, I appreciate you, man. I really do. Appreciate that, Jaden. A man said, big up DG, still creasing on your fly speech with the slider on deck. You lot are not going to let me live that down, are you? I appreciate it though, man. Come on, man. Son is better, just saying. I mean, Son signed a new deal, fair play. We got DJ in the Twitch gang. Is the Twitch Q&A today? Yes, it is 5 p.m. So make sure you're there. I've set the schedule on Twitch, so you should see it. Spurs got Romero. He's a good player, man. Good luck. Big up to them, man. The way we are going for Maddison makes it look like Lokonga is going to be a star. I'm not too sure the two are correlated, but fair play. So I'm thinking that they'll still see him as a right back. Maitland-Niles could easily develop into an inverted right back Arsenal need, but man is convinced he's a centre mid. To be fair to you, I think he could play centre mid, not for us, but I think he could play midfield. I agree with you, should be doing right back, but same way, you've got one career to live in. If you genuinely think you're a midfielder, go and do it. But this is where Arsenal need to pattern things up and all of that, man. Aouar is better than anyone at Arsenal. Would love it. If we sign Aouar and Maddison, then we could play Aouar as an 8 and play Maddison as a 10, 100%. Kane is the biggest flop this Premier League era. Everyone likes to hype him just because he's British. He's a B-Tech Tammy. I mean, that's trolling gone wrong. Tammy's a good player, but Harry Kane's a great player. Really and truly. I think you're capping, man. Oh, well. Let's get on to the sensible chat. Maddison deal reminds me of Aouar last season. It'll drag on and drag on. Then they'll say it was too expensive. Just buy Aouar if you really wanted him last season. Fact. I got you on Twitch and YouTube. Appreciate that. Shout out to Twitch gang. Come on, Frey. Gang business. Maddison is no doubt a top talent, but Leicester want too much money unless they're willing to accept Maitland-Niles as part of it too. I mean, I'd do the same, man. I'd move heaven and earth to get Maddison. I can't lie, I more want a number 8, but it is what it is. 160 M's for Kane. Mad thing, innit? North London in the building. Time zones are Mazza. You're acting the time zones, car, man. Only 9 p.m. in Australia. Not that bad, but big up. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Either way, I'm sure, you know, you've showered, you've eaten, you're probably ready to go to bed or watch a little Netflix episodes and then go to bed. I appreciate that you're locked in with me regardless of the time zone. I really appreciate it, man. No DG, fight it. We can't be settling for Ramsdale and them, man. We need to stay demanding the best to get back to where we need to be. Yet you're right. You're right. My opinion is that Ramsdale isn't good enough. I don't believe in Ramsdale, you know, but I have to, my opinion, there's a reality where he could be. And as much as I don't rate him, if the club, and I'll critique it if it goes wrong, but if the club have scouted him for months, identified him and seen something that I can't see, seen how he's going to be in the short term, see how he's going to be in the long term, then fair play. If you buy him, make sure it works. Then I can't say anything, you know, because I wasn't a fan of signing David Luiz. I still think I was right in that regard. I still think he made bag of mistakes, but he was a better signing than made out. So I'll be like, all right, cool, sort of thing, you know. Even like with Maddison, with William, I thought William was going to be a flop. He's been a flop. So I'll call it as I see it. So while I don't really want Ramsdale, I'll give him a chance, really and truly. Like, I'm not going to hold it against him. He didn't buy himself. And I hear you. We have to demand better. But at the same time, bro, man can't do nothing about it. If we're signing him, we're signing him, man. I remember in the interview last year, Maddison said he prefers to play as a number 8 than a 10. Maybe that could run. It could. But then, and it could run. I think long term, he can do both of them. I think even Smith Rowe can do up 8 and 10 long term, you know. But it's up to him because Maddison's even got a lot of development in his own game to do, you know. If he wants to play the 8, there's certain things he's going to have to do differently. David Ornstein said Maddison is not a priority. So there you have it with Maddison, really, you know. Maddison, it comes across like Maddison is the dream, really and truly. And that one will just go all summer, really and truly. Let me see what I see David Ornstein earlier say some stuff, but then he's changed it up, really. He's replied to his own speeches and whatnot. So yeah, man, that 8 is still free. That's the one I'm looking forward to. DG, I'm back again, 100%. Shout the Twitch gang, mad as 8. I would be more confident if we agreed a raise structure early, but I just see no movement, just paper talk for our 100%. Been missing the last few streams. Man was away with the fam. Will, hope you had a good time away with your family. The good thing about YouTube is my content don't go anywhere. The only thing with Twitch, if you want to see my other streams on Twitch, you need to be a subscriber. I purposely did that to trap you lot. You know, again, they live on Twitch, but you got to be a subscriber to pre them once they're not live. So subscribe to the Twitch. Speaking of Twitch, DG is getting the scouts lined up to bring their best wonder kids for the Football Manager Masterclass. Man, I'm kind of shook on Football Manager, cause I can imagine you lot commenting sacked in the morning, and my rule is going to be no restarts. So you can imagine how hot my head is going to be if we play a cup final and we lose it. It's going to be banter, man. It's going to be banter. It's going to be a good one, man. You're right, man. Bro, man are bantering Aston Villa, bro, for not signing our player. Little do we know, Aston Villa are showing more that's more ambition with them trying to get Smith Rowe than we've shown. Yeah, we've indirectly bidded for Locatelli. Yeah, we're talking about Maddison, but we've been down there. We've been down there. Positive energy. I love it, DG. You've got to be positive in life, my guy. DG violating the YouTube Johns, the original say no more. Nah, man, I got love for you lot, but Twitch are doing their thing, man. They're doing what they need to do. The Twitch gang be supporting. The Twitch gang listen. Like, you lot don't listen. We're not even at 200 likes yet. You lot don't listen. Them man do, man. Can the team line up with Maddison and Smith Rowe in the same lineup? Yes and no. It's a 38-game period. I want to see sometimes where, Maddison might be the 8, Smith Rowe might be the 10, Maddison might be the 10, Smith Rowe out wide. It might even be Smith Rowe out wide, the next man in the 10, Maddison there as well, or Maddison 10, Smith Rowe out wide, and Lokonga and Partey. We need different options. You don't want to eat the same meal every day. We need variety, And sometimes you have to remix it, You might have Maddison and Smith Rowe in the same lineup. That's chicken and rice. But the next day you might remix it and put that chicken and rice in some pita bread and make a new meal. Like 38 games, we need other things. We need it more. We actually need to, I feel anyways, we need to go and be able to play 2 6s, play no 10s, play bare 10s. Sometimes Partey and Lokonga probably shouldn't be in the lineup because really against a low block, I know both can pass, but they shouldn't be required. There's a something to be said with that, and we're a long way away from any of that. But 100%, they can both play with each other, either or. Whoever is doing the best plays, man. We need competition. We need balance. Arsenal don't have balance. We've got a bloated squad, but we need balance in good positions, man. It's like Tavares. Any day of the week, I think a blindfolded Tierney plays ahead of you. But I want you to come here and have the ambitions of being first choice. I would love it for Tavares or Lokonga, who's not going to be first choice, in my opinion, at the start. I'd love him to play, lock down your shirt. In the same way at a point Martinez did, lock it down, make things difficult. Chambers, best example. Probably in an ideal world, he's probably not in the starting lineup, but he earned his shirt. He earned his stripes. That's what you want to see at the club. If everyone's pushing each other, that's what we need to do. And, the more play, everybody, not saying you, but everyone says these things like we rely too much on certain players. And then when we're linked with other players that play in these roles, we start getting scared, bro. Smith Rowe is the number 10 now, There's a target on its head. We're always trying to improve. We're always going to be looking at these positions because these are the shirt sellers. These are the difference makers. If you're good enough, show you're good enough every day and you'll have no problems. It's as simple as that, in my humble opinion. I appreciate the 300 odd of you locked in. Please make sure you're hitting the like button. Where else can we go with this thing, man? What else are you lot saying? Let me scroll the way down. Big up South London's finest. Hope you're blessed as well. Mr. Adlib23. Done, no? Same thing goes for you as well, man. Shout out all the members, subscribers, moderators, and all of those sort of things, man. You lot make this what it is, man. My first time on Twitch. Hopefully it's not your last time. Don Capital Reserves. Full guy. Hopefully you're doing well as well, man. Hi, right back at you, my guy. What else are we saying? What is happening between UEFA and the Super League team? Still in it, cheating? I don't know, my guy, man. I'd have to clue up myself on that. I really don't have a clue. Twitch gang has grown a lot, and hopefully it does keep growing a lot, man. And all I care about is that really with this Maddison stuff is that there's other targets, because like I said, the propaganda comes to the point where when we're linked with Odegaard, when we're linked with Alba, you'd think that's the only 10 or number 8 in the world. And the same with Maddison. As much as I love him, man, are not Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo, DG. Like, unless you've got them sort of players there, people can be replaced. Or if they say no, it's not the end of the world. So for me, clearly Maddison, I wouldn't even say Maddison's plan A, because I think the club was hoping, they went about it wrong, but we was hoping that something could have been done in relation to Odegaard. Then I don't know what's happened with the Buendia business, but Maddison probably started off as a dream and now they're trying to do a thing. Hopefully it can work out. A betting man, I would say no, but what do I know? I'm not a transfer man. Things can happen. If Leicester, for me, Maddison has to dig his heels in. Maddison has to do a lot. Maddison has to say, I want to go to Arsenal. Let me go. I don't want to be here. And he has to have, he needs to do his part as well as us. It's not going to be a clean one, in my opinion. But it is what it is, man. What else have we got, man? What else are you lot saying? Maddison is not that good anyways. I think people are overrating him, but he's definitely good, man. Yeah, we are getting 250k from the Marlon move. We should be seeing millions from that. The guy should be at the club, really. And this is it, South London, fundamentally. And I feel like a broken record. And so I'm not going to go out at lengths, but you've bang on the money. Maddison or no Maddison, we can't make the mistake on just relying on Smith Rowe for creativity is suicidal. Exactly. You need to bring an 8 for Partey, bring in another number 10 if possible. And I'd say from a coaching perspective, there's a lot to be done as well, because we're night for attack. We're not getting the best out of these players, whatever you've got to say about them. They've got to take accountability, but same way, you get it. Like, you get it. You lot get it in it. That's why you're here, because you understand things. You know, DG Nation is knowledgeable. I don't need to go and explain it even more. Bro, Son's a baller. Upset he signed the new deals, hoping he'd snake it with Kane and go, really. But it is what it is. DG, should man start using Twitch as the main pattern? Bro, you can use Twitch and YouTube, but there is going to be more Twitch-heavy content, and YouTube is still going to be here. Both, man. Both. Come on, bro. You had to sneak. You had to, but I had to. DG was crying earlier, Wenger farewell. Of course, bro. Every time I watch Arsene Wenger, I feel a bit teary, man. Imagine being part of YouTube gang could never be me. Tino's moving. Shameless, because you're normally always there, my guy. 185 in terms of likes. Danny has said, good morning, DG. Big movements from my compatriot Mexicans getting 4 past the French last night in Tokyo. Bro, you lot battered them. I watched the game. You lot moved to them. It was funny saying, I was seeing Gignac say sorry, but you lot moved to them. You know, Lanez was on crud. He's been on the scene for a while, not quite kicked on. You know, he's someone that I've seen a lot of it when he was younger. I thought, yo, my man's going to be the next Mexican flag bearer and, you know, do what that what was his name? Giovanni Santos or whatever. Remember that Brazilian? I'm not Brazilian. He played like a Brazilian. That Mexican that was at and he had a brother. They were at Barca. I thought he was going to be the next guy to do stuff like that. I still think he's young, but yeah, you lot move to them. You lot move to them. Of course, I'm being Arsenal when the FM content starts, my guy. You got to be on Twitch for that. What are you saying, DG? 2 weeks of holiday still for me. Not going to stress about Arsenal school stuff. Lucas, enjoy your holiday, my guy. Enjoy your holiday. Son, best 7 in the world. I'd have to consider that. He's probably up there, but I wouldn't say he's the best. But I can't really think right now. I'd have to think, man. Yeah, man, I'm talking fast, but if your girl wants it, you know, I'll take my time. Trust me, my guy. What has happened with Dangote's bid? He's gone missing ever since he said he wanted to buy the club. He's just capping, man. He's just capping. Bless up, DG. I'm looking at Lokonga as a replacement for Guendouzi. What's your thoughts on that? 2 different players, but I think Lokonga will surprise a few. Obviously, the expectations aren't really that high because many people ain't seen about him, and I don't have 100% knowledge on him. I know a bit about him. I know he's a better passer than people give him credit for. I know his mentality spot on. I think he's a very raw across many aspects, but I'm actually very excited to see him. Very excited. And one thing I give Arsenal, when these players come in with low expectations, they do all right, man. Like Martinelli. Not everybody, of course, because Williams' expectations on the floor, and then you all saw what happened in that regards, man. Do you think Williams' wages is going to hinder Arsenal getting new attacking mids? Probably indirectly. It's going to harm a lot of things. It probably even complicates contractual renewals for the key arse players, the key players in a sec. You know, so it's crazy. I had to sneak that in once again. DG, what's your ideal midfield then for us? Also, good to see you building up your following on YouTube and Twitch, big man. I appreciate that. Well, based on who we've linked, for me, Partey, Aouar, Maddison slash Smith Rowe, you man fight it out. We got these options. You know, if you have to scumbag Smith Rowe onto the flanks, then so be it. You know, there's a lot of good options we can use, man. Is there any update on pre-season matches? Says one true villain. Not that I've seen. If you lot see it, let me know, man. You think Martinelli is gonna get a look in at the Olympics? I hope so. Yeah, that Giovanni Dos Santos, man. Think we're definitely going to add an 8 as well as a number 10. I can't lie, if it comes to it, I'd rather the 8 personally. I'd rather the 8 than the 10 because at Arsenal we're not building around these 10s. Like if you have a 10, you need movement. If you've got at least if the 8, he can get a bit more out of Smith Rowe because Smith Rowe don't have to drop into these silly man positions because someone can hit him all the time. At least Partey will have a bit more clarity over his role, and you see a bit better. I'd rather that, man, because really 10s in the team, as much as 10s are vital, I'm still old school with it. I'm of the belief that these 10s, you're only going to get the best out of them if everything else is spot on. Like with Perez, well, Perez weren't a 10, but he was a maverick. You can listen to Wenger, you know. The other 10 players had to work 10 times harder defensively because Perez kind of struggled with that. And the same token with a lot of people. I think the system has to be spot on. And then you bring these guys in, you know. You don't just bring them in like you've seen with Pogba and Ozil and think, yeah, work your magic. That's why you've seen brilliance from these players. But people that don't understand football and understand this sort of thing, they start saying, what's going on? They just think everyone has to score a scream or bare knee slides, and that doesn't work really, man. My G, big up DG. What kind of 8 would you prefer? Alwa, who's like a David Silva type? Oh, not sure on that. Or Neves, who's like a Gundogan type? Either or, I'm blessed. Obviously, the names, David Silva, I'd rather that. But either one, I think that's what we need. The Gundogan type would probably be more helpful because there's some goals there, in it? Like, based on how Gundogan's been moving recently. Yeah, man. That would be how I feel with it. And this is the thing, bro. Too many, like, at some point, they shouldn't be dropping that deep. You know, they have to drop deep, but it hurts them, man. Our man said you got a date. Well, we're doing the Q&A show at 5 p.m. I might try tomorrow or Sunday. But again, you need to be subscribed to Twitch. Make sure notifications are on and everything will be done, man. Hours a no-brainer for me. Trust me, William's expectations were on the floor, and he went on to dig a hole for it. It's crazy how Sambi and Tavares can be raw talents, but Saliba can't. I don't think the two are interlapted, but you're right, man. I didn't say he was young. I said he used to be young. I said he was a youngster once upon a time. Giovanni Dos Santos was at a point at Barca. If you know, you know. I only use Twitch when I use my phone, but man's there for the exclusive content. AM, that's it, you know. That's it. That's the spirit. Once you've done that, you've covered all bases. That's the sort of man we need in the midfield. Not gonna lie, more defensive. You're not sounding like an attacking man there, but it's cool, man. It's cool. IC3 and that. Big up yourself, Zio Genius. I appreciate all of the Twitch gang. I would love Sabitzer. 17 million euros, allegedly. These sort of things. That's right. When it seems like something so obvious to do, it makes me start thinking, what is the agent fee too much? Is there something about my man's personality? Is there an injury? Is there bare hidden fees? What is it, sort of thing? When it's something so obvious and nobody goes for them. Who's this one man disliking this bad mind so early on a Friday morning? Broski, I don't know, man. Again, baby mothers, please, please, please. I know it's getting harder with the DG Nation content in your yard. And I know you're feeling sexy with the DG shirt on and no panties, but please put your earpods in or watch me when your man's gone to work, because he's going to be a loser. Rather than try wine and dine you and try and be like me, he's going to hate the thing. So please, you know. What social platform do you dislike the most? I like Twitter, but I don't like Twitter because it's getting exhausting now. Guys can't tweet in peace. Say that probably. Clubhouse. I mean, I'm on Clubhouse, but yeah, man. Did you see Richarlison hat-trick in 30 minutes? Can't lie, I'm in shambles because I had too many agendas running. Bare slander. I called him stinky and the boys have receipts. Yeah, I did, man. And I spoke about that in the DG podcast. Make sure you go and take that one in, man. Pardon me. Pereira is a good alternative to Maddison. Are you talking about the West Brom one, right? Could be something, man. Could be something to look at still, man. What else are we saying? Please don't spam. Your stuff is not going to get answered, you know. I don't think Arteta is feeling the pressure. Our transfers have been dead. No priority signings made, and we start in 3 weeks. Is getting techie still. I agree, but he must be feeling pressure because, bro, Edu and Kroenkes and the players, they're gonna get to hide behind the gaffer, rightly or wrongly, for all the criticisms Arteta has or hasn't had. Bro, man, are looking at you if this thing goes left, because you've been, out of all these managers, you've been given the most sort of, what's the word, man? Like authority sort of thing. Like you're having, you know, Emre's more experienced than him. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but Emre gets more thingy. You know, I mean, you got more, you know, you're not the head coach, you're a manager now. You get more of a say. A man said, would love to see you on my transfer show. Sent you a DM on Twitter. Hope to see you on, bro. You got to come here first, though, brother. When maybe if there's free time, we could do something, man. Have you heard about Koku? He's a real baller, just what we need. If you're talking about the Dutch guy, yeah, we was linked with him prior, man. A man said only 220 likes and 430 viewers. You guys are doing DG dirty. Get it to 300 likes. Anyone who doesn't hit the like button, you already know high unexpected bills. Arsenal will not be signing anyone of significance. Your club that you lot support will not be getting anyone of significance. Hit that like button, and one love to everyone who's done that as well, man. Same way, I wish you lot unexpected wealth if you have hit the like button. I hope you lot lose every penny you got if you hit that like button, man. You know, you got to start guilt tricking you lot into hitting the like button, but it is what it is, man. I'm more concerned with the outgoings. Come Brentford, we will see Chambers at right back, and then they started with Partey. Yeah, probably. I need to see some significant progress with outgoings as well. 100% back that, my guy. 100%, because we're in that catch-22 in that we can't really let people go because we need to, you know, certain people need to, in case we can't bring people in, we need to let people go so we can bring people in. And this is where we needed to know exactly what we're trying to do with this transfer business going into this market, man. Now, Twitch gang is blessed, bro. Twitch gang are doing their job. I appreciate that, the real MVP. I appreciate that. Big up DG. Arteta will get a reality check when he hears the boos in the stadium when and if it goes wrong. That's a shame, man. That's a shame. Very big shame, man. Squad is way too bloated, my guy. And it was bloated on the best of days. So you already know the thing. So again, you lot already know. Big up Stylish you, because he's normally there regulating, making sure everyone's behaving themselves as well, man. I appreciate that as well. Shout out to the Twitch gang. Subscribe on Twitch. I don't want to keep banging on the drum, but please make sure you're subscribed on Twitch. I don't want no one to miss the Q&A, man. Keep the questions and them things there coming, man. It is what it is in that regards. Make sure you're checking out the DG merch as well. Let's crack on with, where is it, so I can set the timestamp. We are at 50, well, I'll leave it at 50-20. Allegedly, Granit Xhaka to Roma is moving closer. I mean, it's been moving closer for about a year. I can't lie. When it comes to Granit Xhaka, I would have thought this would have been the first departure of the window, really. You know, I would have thought I thought it was a formality. I thought the minute Switzerland went out the Euros, it'd take a week or two to relax and recharge and then it'd be done. I still think it would be done, but again, it is what it is. Allegedly, Arsenal are playing hardball over the 17 million, and I respect it. Obviously, if Xhaka stays, Arteta is going to use him, and it does complicate things, but, you know, we're already losing money. He's had a decent Euros, and, you know, on one hand, if he's one of your best players when we finish 8th, it's nothing to shout about, but he's had a good season, so we should want to do that. And apparently he was on the wish list of someone Jose wanted, so we should have stand firm on whatever we want. But allegedly, Arsenal's Granit Xhaka closing in on 17 million Roma move, with just the final details being ironed out. The Serie A side are hopeful the Swiss captain can join up with his new teammates on their pre-season trip to Portugal next week. Granit Xhaka has been a priority transfer target for Roma boss Jose Mourinho. Likewise, the club have been trying to secure a deal for the midfielder all summer, but now they are close to sealing the services of the Swiss midfielder. Arsenal have not budged on their 17 million asking price for their ex-captain. Fair play. Moving down, Roma have been in pursuit all summer, but according to Sky Sport Italia, the final details for Xhaka's transfer to Roma are now being ironed out. And, you know, Xhaka was playing coy at every opportunity he had during the Euros when he was being interviewed and that. The report also claims that plans are on track for Xhaka, whose Arsenal deal expires in June 2023, to join up with his new teammates in Portugal next week. Allegedly, he's already agreed personal terms with Roma, worth a reported 2.1 million a year until 2025. But striking a deal with Arsenal has been much harder. The Gunners have not budged, on their 17 million asking price for the former captain, but reports claim Roma are now trying to bridge the 17 million fee by throwing in some performance-related bonuses and add-ons. So yeah, people, indirectly 17 in, 17 out, for Lokonga, 17 in for Xhaka. It kind of pays for itself. And hopefully, you know, Xhaka is a priority to leave. Hopefully we can see a real effort towards moving on Willian and Kolasinac. We won't see significant fees, but them wages will enable us to give it, you know, redistribute finances where people are actually worth that, people. We know Xhaka has admiration for Jose, and we know the same there, people. I'm not going to keep going on and on about Xhaka, but that seems to be the latest in relation to Granit. So yeah, hopefully his future is over, really, because again, I've never had to question Xhaka's professionalism. He clearly wanted to leave in January, but I don't want players that don't want to be here, players that think they owe Arsenal something. And he clearly said last season, yo, Arteta, I give you till the summer and then I'm keeping it moving. He was prepared to go back to the Bundesliga. For him, fantastic move. Lovely way of life for his young family. He's got 2 young ones as well. I'm sure his wife will enjoy it as well. The shopping out there, the culture, the lifestyle, the way football's played. A lot of us feel Xhaka would have, a good time in Serie A. Whether that will happen, I don't know. And, to play under Jose Mourinho, whether he's finished by his own standards or not, let's not lie, that is an honour. And that is something you can't really reject. To say you've played under Wenger and Jose Mourinho is something great to say you did in your career. So wish you all the best. Hopefully we see some progress. But again, until you see a fee agreed and the man's having a medical, it's all up in air, really and truly, if I'm completely honest with you. So, yeah, make sure you're hitting the like button. That's that in relation to Granit. What are you guys saying? Can't have a repeat of the beginning of last season again. Fact. It feels like we are never ready for the start of the season. Fact. Xhaka for 17 million is kind of cheap if you ask me, but let him go. He's got 2 years left. The man wants to go. It's done, isn't it? I mean, I would have thought 20 would have been fair, but it's a madness. What's happening with the right back situation since we're trying to sell Bellerin? Which right back should we go for? I don't know in relation to a right back. Just bring me one, man. Just bring me one. Got to be aggressive with our philosophy and style, meaning we need the types of players. Need Aouar and Neves. Both of them would transform our midfield. Decent, man. Top of the afternoon, DG. Low profile. Big up yourself. Good afternoon. Right back at you, my dude. Good comments, man. Hope for the best for Xhaka. Trust. Xhaka is going to look so good in Serie A. Hopefully, man, because I do think he's a bit of a misunderstood genius, but he has a lot of issues. No, I don't think he's as good as his fanboys make out. I don't think he's as bad as his haters make out. I just don't think I think he's been put in a role that he can't fill. He's a bit misunderstood, but he's not levels for what we've been trying to do. He's definitely not as bad as people carry on, though, in my humble opinion. Moving away from Granit Xhaka, though, we might as well quickly speak about Joe Willock again. With a lot of well, I don't know if it's true, but a lot of people are speculating with Smith Rowe signing a new deal. This means, Joe Willock can hurry up leaving the club. I don't think the two's futures are necessarily correlated, but nonetheless, it is what it is, people. So again, if I fling this up for you guys, one sec. Pardon me. Newcastle hope to secure deal for Joe Willock now after Arsenal tied down Emil Smith Rowe to a new contract as Steve Bruce eyes permanent move for the youngster after starting on loan. 1 minute they want to get him again on loan because they're broke. 1 minute they want him permanently. For me, I think you should be aiming for 25 million. I think you should be pushing the boat out to 30 million to Newcastle. I'd accept 20 million with a sell-on fee. Because let's be real, he's done it for 6 months. But and I would like to. That's why I've said it before and I say it again. I'm open to everything with Joe Willock, keeping him, loaning him out, him leaving permanently. But for what it's worth, not my opinion. Newcastle are hopeful their pursuit of Joe Willock can accelerate now after Arsenal tied down Emil Smith Rowe, according to reports. Steve Bruce has made it clear for quite some time that he wants to sign the Arsenal youngster on a permanent deal after he shined last season. And according to Sky Sports, Steve Bruce is hoping that Smith Rowe signing a new long-term deal at the Emirates will convince the Gunners to let him go. I mean, one's a box-to-box midfielder, saying that Arteta uses him as a 10, so we could be this article could be leveraging that. I'm not going to read out all that irrelevant thing, people. Smith Rowe and Willock could compete for the same starting spot in attacking midfield under Mikel Arteta last season, so obviously playing on the fact that Smith Rowe was there. Smith Rowe is what an Arsenal 10 should look like. Joe Willock is all gear, no idea in that role. He's a box-to-box man. There's nothing wrong with that. He's not the 10. He can't pass like Smith Rowe. He can't manipulate the space. He is quite reactive. I actually think there's a lot of I think Smith Rowe's way better than him defensively. I think Joe Willock puts in a shift and he's improved, but I think he switches off. Go back to that Liverpool game in the cup where he switched off and he's letting runners happen. There's a lot of goals like that, even at Newcastle. We all know he done the business after 6 months. He had a fantastic spell at Newcastle. And obviously Steve Bruce wants to land him on a permanent basis. Not going to keep reading that out because we know he said Newcastle are going to keep badgering away and all of those sort of things, people. But it doesn't seem like, apart from just leveraging the fact that we've announced a new deal for Smith Rowe, it doesn't seem like there's any legs to this article, people. So it is what it is in that regard. Hit the like button, folks. On that as well, we might as well quickly go over Hector Bellerin, because I know I got an article for Hector Bellerin. Hector Bellerin latest. Let's just call it that. Where is it? There it is. Is that what's this one? That's Joe. That's Jack Wilshere. I was just reading that before I came online. I don't know what notifications you want to give me. Hector Bellerin still wants out of Arsenal despite lack of interest. So make your agent do it then. You know, what do you pay your agent for? To get you a good move, to get you a good contract. We've heard he's gone to Betis and Villarreal. They can't afford you, you know. Get your agent to do something. And again, for me, Bellerin, well, Granit Xhaka, Bellerin, Leno, I would say are priorities. I would say out of that's 3 names, Kolasinac and Willian. Now, Kolasinac and Willian for me are the 2 biggest you need to move on purely because them resources aren't justified. And then obviously the other 3 that I've named, they don't want to be here. So you need to deal with it. That's why I want to see progress without goings. There's a lack of interest. You could leave as much as you want. Like people have got to be on you. And this is the catch 22, or not even catch 22, probably catch 152 with Arsenal in that we've got mediocre players on extremely high wages, so they're not and they're not even playing well, really and truly. That's why probably there's never been a better time to sell certain players. My word, Ceballos got Kalas there. But anyways, Hector Bellerin remains intent on leaving Arsenal this summer, but despite the North London club still waiting, receive. This is not me, people. Still waiting. I think they forgot 2, but still waiting to receive any official offers for the Spain international. We know the 26-year-old's been here for the majority of his professional career. Shout out to him for coming and you know, coming back from the injury. But Callum Chambers is a centre back playing at right back, and he's better than you there. He's better than you there. His game intelligence is better than you there. You have an like you still, but in my opinion, you still behave like a 16-year-old. Like your decision making ain't good enough. Your crossing hasn't improved. You know. You was well on the scene before Reece James, Pereira, Wan-Bissaka, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Lamptey, who's had injuries, you know, bare right backs. You was there before them. But when I say top 3, top 5, arguably you probably are top 10 in the league by default. You're not in the debate. You haven't progressed. For whatever reason, you just haven't progressed. Allegedly, Bayern Leverkusen made an inquiry for Bellerin last season, and apparently PSG and Juventus also registered an interest at the time when he was valued up to 40 million. Apparently, there's been no interest here. You know, apparently Inter Milan wanted him, but at the end of the day, nothing's happened there. So get your agent to work on it, innit? If you want to leave, get your agent to do half the job. Like, you can't expect Arsenal to do it all. Get your agent to get you out of here. We all want you gone, Bellerin. Don't worry about that. So that's the latest in relation to Hector Bellerin. There's no real relevance in relation to Arteta's comments, in my opinion. What's this? Who would you use if we can't sell? I think I was just humoring myself with this. So I think I'll humor you guys with this real quick. And I thought to myself, obviously, like we just said, moving people on is going to prove difficult because we've got mediocre players on tough wages. And obviously we've got the COVID environment where if you're going to spend money or commit to huge outlays, you want it to be good players that you have most confidence in. So if certain players stay on the wage bill, I guess we're going to have to utilize them. So if I scroll up, that was from yesterday, so that's irrelevant. Obviously, I've gone with players that are futures are in speculation. So let's just say who could help? Well, let's just throw Bellerin there because his future's there. Granit Xhaka will probably go to Roma, but his future is there. Is there anyone else? You know, Willian. So yeah, again, there's probably more. Maitland? There's probably more names there as well. But if these guys couldn't secure moves away, who would I use? I would like Leno gone if he doesn't want to be here, but I would use Leno in goal. He's the best keeper we've got on the wage bill. Lacazette, I think he's got strengths in the squad, and you would need him over a 38-game period. You know, if Maitland now stays, you never know. You might get chances in midfield, but I'd use you as an option at fullback, especially if we don't sign a fullback. Nelson, I would give you opportunities at the expense of Willian and stuff, but I think you should go out on loan. So we're going to put you in an amber ting. Bellerin, you need to go in it. I'm not using you unless everybody's injured. I don't think you can help us. You've got so much question marks of yourself as a right back, but I don't think Saka's able to play with you, but you harm Saka, you harm Pepe. I don't think you're good for any winger. You can't get a real partnership there. And I think you're just too basic and you're too nervous and you're too inconsistent at 26 years of age. It's too much now. So you'd probably just be a squad player. You might play in the cup. You might be an option if someone gets injured, but it's long for you really and truly. So Bellerin, I'm just going to leave it as blue. Granit Xhaka, again, you should be moved on. I probably wouldn't use you as much. You'd be a squad player, but I do think there's a use for you if you did stay. So I might use you. Willian, I don't want to say this, because a part of me says just freeze him out, but at the end of the day, we can't go over that Ozil stuff where you've got your highest earner not involved at all. So I guess William by default, he'd come off the bench. He might play in the 2 cup games we've got, but your action would be minimal. The only players I would undoubtedly use is probably like wholeheartedly use, none of this, oh, I'd use you if I have to thing, is Leno, Lacazette. I would force it with Maitland-Niles. I'd have a little role for you in my team, you know. El Nene, we should move you on, but you cost 5 million and stuff like that. You could be a good squad option. You'd only play if need be. So, like Nelson, you can do up an Amber thing. So that would probably be the only players. Now, obviously, I'm not going to speak about all, you know, for me, bro, you got, Eddie, Joe, put asterisk next to him, Cedric, asterisk, because I don't know where we are. You know, these are the sort of players that, together with really all of these are guys that need to be moved on. But realistically, we're not going to do all of that business. You can't move all of these lot on in one window and bring in guys. It's slightly not healthy. But I would at least like to see, obviously, Kolasinac, we've spoken so much about him. There's no use for him at all. I would love this if I just put these all into black again, people. Players I would like to see moved on the most. You, because you're just the resources, you know. Again, probably butchered his. What's going on there? What the fuck is that? Cedric the Entertainer. What that? Apologies, people. You would be gone. Kolasinac ain't got a future here for me. These are the 2 that need to be moved on ASAP. You know, Xhaka has just got a bit toxic, so you've got to go. Bellerin, you've got to go. You're on high wages as well. You know, I'd sort out the future of Eddie. He doesn't want to sign a new deal, so get that one done. Joe, it's a bit of a gazy one. I'll leave that at Amber, but you need to sort it out. Cedric, if Arteta ain't feeling you, you're on a 4-year deal. You're going to be difficult to flog, but you need to go. You know, Lacazette, you could stay for me. If we're not going to sell you, just run down your deal. It is what it is. We can't get you moved on. Same with El Nene. So it is what it is, but ideally moved on. Leno, I question your commitment to this football club, and I think you're very cheeky, but I'd probably use you. Nelson, you need to go out on loan, but these are the players just need to move in it. That's just how I feel. The only ones I'd really use in the squad, provided no one leaves, is probably Leno, Lacazette. Then that'll push El Nene if there's a role. Maitland-Niles the same, and Joe if he's still here. The rest, a decision needs to be made, in my humble opinion. But that's that really. Just thought I'd get my own personal thoughts off with you guys. So that's that, and I'm actually typing in the wrong timestamp. So what the hell is going on? Please make sure you're hitting the like button, folks. Please make sure you're doing up that one. 106. 90. So yeah, that's it, man. So yeah, that's that, man. 460 of you locked in. Very appreciative of it, man. Let me see what you lot are saying, people. Please make sure you're hitting that like button. We're at 299. We're almost at 300, folks. No, I haven't made anyone a mod yet. I can't lie. I've completely forgot about that. I can't cap. On the topic of Twitch, like I said, 5 p.m. Q&A. So make sure you've got all your Arsenal questions reloaded and things like that, or save them. Doesn't have to be Arsenal questions. Be a question. Has been injured, and to be fair with you, can't have it both, in it. You know we need to move him on, so we're in issues there. Trust me, Alexander. I don't know what happened there, but it is what it is. And we need to remember it's a COVID market as well, but somehow we're still paying through the nose for our talents as well. For those concerned about Xhaka leaving for 70 million and that not being enough, how much would they be willing to pay to bring Xhaka to Arsenal if he were with Roma? But we clearly missed out on some P's with Marlon. 17 is fair. See you, Xhaka. So Ainsley Maitland-Niles is set to say almost no buzz regarding him, positive or negative. I mean, there's a lot of questions to be asked in it. It's watershed moment for a lot of these young players or players at this club in general. They're just training and things. I'm sure their advisors are working on things. All getting no idea. That's deep, man. And this is it, L-Pack. In all honesty, Xhaka is all right, but he should not be one of your star players that you build the team around if you want to compete. He should be supplemental to your better players. Facts. You said it there, man. Comment on the live stream so far, man. I feel like transfers for us have been difficult and we don't quite understand that as supporters, but at the same time, the club have not helped themselves recently. Facts. What do you think of Tammy Abraham to Arsenal? I wouldn't mind it, but it's not going to take us forward, is it? Like I don't mind Tammy, but it's not going to take us forward. And again, his general play and stuff, based on what I'm seeing with Aubameyang and Lacazette, they don't 100% convince Arteta. So how is he? Of course, I would take Mariba from them, especially as he's got that contract issue. We might not sign him. We might need to move on. But nonetheless, we've got nothing other to do than just to talk about things. So we're going to do exactly that. I hope you're all doing well as well, DJ Muggs, man. I hope you're doing good as well, man. Out of all the young players that haven't really set sail at Arsenal, who would you want to see get more chances in the first team? I would have liked Maitland in general, mainly at right back, but I don't think Maitland always got a chance under Arteta. I would say Nelson the first, personally. I prefer Tammy to Lacazette. I think Tammy outscores Lacazette, but I prefer Lacazette. He can offer me a lot more. I'd personally like to go for these. If we're going to do that, we might as well just go for these Isaacs and these strikers that can do a thing in the future. And I think Tammy will be a decent striker in the future and be a Premier League level striker, but only time will tell if he'll be levels like that. So yeah, good opinions nonetheless though, folks. 321 likes, appreciative, man. You know, we hit 300, so it's only right.
Against this right back, Charlie.
Hey, come on. I am actually trying to find. I was looking on my phone and not goals, but hit the post a couple times, and I thought I should have sent it to myself and showed you dudes, man. Let me find it. Come on. Would you do a straight swap Tammy for Balogun? Not really, man. So you're really like that? Yeah, nah, man. I'm a humble guy, man. I'm a humble guy. Once every 10 years, I might just pop out a fullback with a goal like that. Let's move towards 400 likes. You're right, man. Arsenal might not pay 70 million for James Maddison. You're right, bro. It comes down to money. You don't put your money where your mouth is. You're not getting these players, are you? Let me actually find a video I wanted to show you, lot, man. Is that it? Where is it, man? Nah, I started, so I have to find this, man. Hitting the post and that. It's deep. If I can't find it, you'll definitely see it in the next live stream, folks. Let me scroll up. Sorry for this, folks, man. DG's got the fans moving rockets. Come on. Lacazette offers good link-up play and hold-up play. Exactly that. Come on. Still not 4:37 yet. I'm telling you, your girl will cheat on you tonight and tomorrow if you, man, don't hit the like button. Exactly. And record it and send it to you as well. Big up the Twitch gang. Come on. The first, gets you every time. It gets me as well. It gasses me. I can't lie. It makes me feel elite, fam. It makes me feel mad elite. The man said Photoshop to brother. I don't need to do that, bro. Like, I do slappings out here. Come on, man. You get me? I'm not even gonna gas it anymore because a postman, when he delivers the post, it's normal, isn't it? But where is that? I'm more proud of when I hit the post, really, because it was better than that. Where the fuck is it? Is this it? Let me see. I can show you the pingers, boy. I'm sending that to myself. Let me airdrop that. I want to send save to downloads, bro. I want to send that. Hey, yo. Sorry, folks. I just got to find this, man. What else you lot saying? The video quality on Twitch is epic. Come on, man. Might have to bring DG on a couple glides. If you want your bills sorted, hit that like button. Come on. Xhaka's close. Hopefully, man. Arsenal go for cheaper option in our Maddison. Just get it done, innit? Just get it done, man. Our man said got to replicate that goal next season, bro. This is why I'm trying to get the video, because you know how many times I've hit the post and all of that and finally got somewhere. I have to find it because I started, man. This is why I should have just done it at the time, man, because I found it. Oh, we might be here. Are we here? Where is it? Where? I think I'm close, man. No, that weren't it. What's this one? What's this one? Oh, that was, yeah, I'm getting closer. Is this must be it? I think this is it. No, that one ain't it. Yeah, finally. This is one of them people. I got a couple passes in that, but it is what it is. This show has become DG showing us his awesome shots. I don't know if this one's awesome, but we'll get that, man. We'll get that. 1 sec. And I want you lot to see the pass, man. I was gassed about one pass I made, man. Do you know, little lit one pass. Come on, man. Where is it? The passing one might have to be for another day, but you get me? That one there was elite as well, man. We'll find the passing one again, but let me actually try, and now that I've sent it to myself, big up everyone locked in. Please make sure you're hitting the like button and supporting the Twitch thing. 5 p.m. business. You know, I was working hard to achieve this goal, people. Working very hard to achieve this goal, man. It's loading, but in the meantime, while it's loading up, provided it still is loading, what are you guys saying? Let's get back into this. AMD or Intel? I don't know about computers, my guy. I'd have to ask my brethren. I can't lie to you. DG or Iniesta, I respected Iniesta, man. The problem is that whenever we sign someone important, they get injured. Crazy. If you want your bill sorted, hit the like button. Come on. I think we will drag the Maddison transfer saga till the deadline day. Hope not, because, you know, then you're going to have to pay even more, because then they're not going to have time to get a replacement. I think this is it.
Right, it's about to get crazy. It's about to get guy. Look. Ball. Me want it. Come.
Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Where is it gone? That's the wrong one. This is it. It's loading. Hey, come on. I should have came prepared, man. You know, many times I've hit the post. There was a running joke about me hitting the post and that. Arsenal scouts, I know you're watching. A cheeky 50 bags a week isn't too bad. Trust me, a humble 50 bags a week isn't that bad, man. Humble thing. Talk to me in this football team, bro. Fucking time and space, fam. Oh my. That's one of the passes, but not the actual pass I wanted to show you lot. Where the fuck is the vid? Nah, I'm finding it for you lot, man. Because I want you lot to see how I dropped my shoulder and shit. Like, it was lit. It was lit. I don't care how long it takes me. I'll find this for you lot, man. That's not it. Yeah. Found it. I can't find the one where it shows everything from the start, but this one will do, man. I'll get it back up for the next ones, man. On a mission, bro. On a mission. Once you start something, DG selling us dreams. Hey, man, once you start, you have to keep going, bro. You have to, man. I hate doing that. So we're going to find that still. Is this one it? Or is that the same thing? Perlo vibes. No, you can't blame me for someone else not doing their job, bro. Like, bro, man's played the pass, bro. Man, I have to do that. Trust me, Perlo vibes. And now it started. I might have to leave it, people, because I think it started, you know, uploading the videos, doing a mazza. Might have to just come prepared for it next time. Or is it,
I'm gonna talk to the answer machine. Yo, Frisco, pass the machine. Move from me. Move from me. It's an animal thing. It's a oi crossbar. Aye. We're loading. Grrr.
I think I have fucked it up, people. I think I'm freezing now. Let's wait for it to cool off. Come on. Wrong and still. But yeah, man, I think this is it. Let's see if it actually works. Oh no, we're freezing again. What's going on, man? Maybe God is saying allow it, bro. I'm just gonna listen and allow it, man. So we're gonna Twitch gang will see that one, man. Can't wait for DG compilation vid. Very laggy, bro. Nah, man, steady Eddie. I just do my job and go yard, man. I'm a piano pusher. I'm a piano pusher, man. Just push them piano.
Ring talk to the answer machine. Yo, Frisco, pass the machine. Move from me. It's an animal thing. It's a oi crossbar. Aye. We're loading.
There's a next one. There's a next one, people. There's a next one. If I find it, yeah. Hit that. Like I've sent my man. Like I've absolutely done everything, and then it's hit the post. It was so sad. But yeah, them sort of things there, I think what was leading to me actually scoring the bag. Do you know how much I didn't think I'd ever score? Because it kept happening and kept happening and kept happening and kept happening and kept happening. I think the next one you lot are just going to have to wait on, man. Oh, you might not. I might have found it. Last one before we get out of it. Get your questions in as well, man. A couple more questions before we keep it moving. Man said DG mixtape. It's a shame, man. There's no transfer business, but we're having a good time, man. 355, road to 400. A man said, what you saying for five-a-side or you all 11s? I prefer five-a-side. I'll soon hang up my boots. I just want to play five-a-side. Teammates creating space. You love to see it. Might as well pull up at the Emirates for pre-season. Why not, man? Why not? I'll probably be lacking, but it's worth it, innit? It's worth a try. It's worth a try still. Is this it? That might be it. But yeah, man, keep the questions coming. You need to hit futsal. Too old for that, man. Too late for that, man. If you're young, do your thing, man. You can still be a baller, man. What's the Twitch gang saying as well? Like I said, on a serious note, make sure you've subscribed on Twitch. We're going again at 5 p.m, folks. Watch, man, keep saying watch along. Q&A stuff, man. Appreciate you lot. Big up Raza Season as well. He just said big up DJ. I appreciate that, man. You'll always send him, man, love. This is why I like doing this with you lot, man. It could be worse. You know, it could be a lot worse.
The real centre back of the pair. Look at this long boot thing. This is what we do. Star boy things only. Alright, well in Prince for mashing a little work. Hey, Lengi. Lenga! Sizzla! Trust me, get the fandom guy. Get the fans them. Hey.
Why ain't the video stopping? But yeah, man, you see, that's how many times man's hit the post, bro. Are you sure you're a right back out here moving like me on the left wing? I don't know about you. I don't know if you got the tech, but I was playing left back in it. And that's the good thing you get to hit in, man. And it's so deep, hit the post, in it. Very unlucky, man. Very unlucky. Need to get my like in before the stream ends. All right, last question. DG, last question before we actually keep it moving and I'm back at 5. DG, how would you teach someone getting into football about utilizing and visualizing space? I'm trying to teach my friend it's not like basketball and only Neymar tier guys make runs straight at defenders. Looking over your shoulder, really. You know, you've always got to be scanning. Before you've got that ball, you need to assess who is next to you. If you've got 2 opposition players next to you, then you need to drop, then ask for it. You know, it's just simple. It's just things like that. Just getting people to look over their shoulder, man. I have an addiction with the post, man. You know, I love it. Always looking up the post and pausing. I'm always hitting the post. And so one day it happens, innit? You have to just keep going in this life, man. Well, you think man's a Sunday league baller? You think I'm waking up on Sundays not to have at least one shot? Man, I'm playing left back as well. Are you mad? Come on now, trying to take. I told you, lot. You need to tell all your other favorite YouTubers, man, have to do an 11-a-side game between them. And I'm telling you, stop listening to certain man's opinions. I'm not saying I'm good, but I just know certain other YouTubers can't kick ball. You keep asking this. I keep telling you, I play for the wrong uns, man. And that's going to be the last thing you're going to add because you're getting blocked. I tell you lot about spamming, bro. It's jarring. You know, it's coming like you're not listening, man. Have a blessed day. I don't know if I'm better than Bellerin. Peter's killing me. Last question. Jay, DG, Maddison 70 mil, White 50, and Ramsdale 32. Doesn't sound right. Yeah, I mean, it's English premiums, isn't it? You know, I think Maddison, I wouldn't say it's fair, but I'd concede you have to overpay for Maddison. Where Ben White and Ramsdale, maybe we've overpaid, but assuming they happen. But as long as we can shut it up and they can do their job, then pardon me, it's money well spent. But I can't lie. On that note, I'm going to end this live stream, people. As I said, please make sure you're following on Twitch and things like that. A lot of content to come. Don't ever spam. Big up yourself for making that happen. It's been a fantastic watch along live stream. It's been a fantastic week. The engagement levels have been crazy. You lot have been hitting the like button. The Twitch gang this week has really announced themselves. So yeah, I'm going to have to love and leave you lot, people, man. Peace. I'm going to quickly hit the gym quick and then I'll be back at 5 and that, man. Well, gym and go to the post office and do a lot of boring shenanigans you lot don't need to hear about and don't want to hear about. But on that topic, I'll leave you with this and
Against this right back, Charlie.
Let's go.